her length went from this to this. It didn't even take 2 months to start growing again. No. It only took 1. It works, y'all. I done told y'all it works. Been knowing it works. But now we got more proof. At this point, you all know my story. I am a combination type 4C natural who grew my hair originally from toit to bra strap length, where I then stayed at a growth plateau for the next nearly 5 years. Through my stubborn personality and somewhat obsessive drive, I eventually did overcome that massive pitfall and discover the secret to 4C hair growth, which then allowed me to hit my original waist length goal shortly after. Figuring out how to overcome that growth plateau was a life mission for me, y'all. And that fiery, unyielding passion is exactly the reason why I started making hair videos on this channel in the first place. During my 5-year growth plateau, I noticed that most of the 4C naturals I followed on YouTube weren't able to help me fix this problem. Even worse, I eventually noticed that the reason they couldn't help me is because they too were stuck facing the exact same problem that I was. When I realized just how enormous the need was for the solution that I had not yet found, it just made me even more determined to find it. And my long-term subscribers, well, you know the rest of the story. And that leads us to now. At the beginning of this year, I made a video sharing with you all how I'll be taking a hiatus for most of this year in order to focus on something that was really important to me. And that was helping 4C naturals grow their hair on a personal level. We're now coming up on the end of that year, and I'd like to share the exciting transformation of 2 of my lovely students. I'm sure many of you watching this video heard my story years ago and were inspired by my own transformation, and maybe even became believers in my process. But many of you still harbored doubts. I know it worked for her, but I don't believe it'll work for me. No worries, because I have enough faith for the both of us. So because I believe 1000% in the 4C hair growth process that I discovered, I took a leap of faith and taught it to other naturals just like me. I mean, me, like 10, 12 years ago me. Like you, maybe, if you're like me from 10, 12 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't just teach them like I do here on YouTube. I took them by the hand and walked them step by step through the process until they got results. And the results speak for themselves. So let's start with student number 1, Meet T. She's a fellow 4C natural and has been on her natural hair journey for a very long time. Like me, she's a long-term member of the natural hair community, and just like me, somewhere along the way, she got left behind. By following the generic advice of the natural hair community, she managed to grow her hair to this length, but then it stopped, and it didn't budge for 13 years. Yep, you heard that right. Her growth plateau lasted 13 years. You guys, that's 13 years of looking for answers. You have one question that nobody can answer for you for 13 years. Looking for a single solution day in and day out and being let down for 13 years. Watching 4A and type 3C girlies reach waist length and beyond time and time again on YouTube for 13 years. Trying to keep the hope alive that maybe she could one day too, just like those girls, reach the hair of her dreams, reach her hair length goals, but having to deal with the negativity of people around her and fight their negative opinions saying, oh sweetie, your hair doesn't get that long. You don't have good hair like that. It's just your terminal length. You should just accept it and move on. Maybe relax it. It'll look even better that way. Be more presentable. For 13 years. Not making progress toward the hair of her dreams for 13 years. You guys, our lives aren't that long. 13 years can be devastating. We only get so many chances. It just breaks my heart because I know exactly what she was feeling during this time. And what pains me even more is I know how painful my own 4.5 years was. And she had to go through that for almost 3 times as long as I did, all by herself. I'm just glad she made it through and she didn't give up. It's just so sad because I know exactly what she was feeling. And it's awful. And I know that this awful reality has been true for so many of us, is still true for many of you. But I believe it's time that era comes to an end. This should not be the reality for future generations. We have the power to end it. It's gonna take time. But just like they say, how do you eat an elephant? Well, one bite at a time. Just like the only way to eat an entire elephant. I hate this analogy. I'm sorry. I love animals, but I can't think of a better metaphor, and so this is what we're gonna use. Okay, roll it back. Just like the only way to eat an entire elephant. I'm dead. Sorry. Just like the only way to eat an entire elephant is one bite at a time. The only way to change this current reality for 4C Naturals is one person at a time. So, let's get back to T. I taught T everything that I've learned about 4C hair growth and helped her understand and implement the principles into her own hair routine. The result is that after only 2 months, her hair grew from this to this. And you want to know something even cooler? It didn't even take 2 months to start growing again. No. All it took was one. After only 4 weeks on a hair regimen that actually works to grow 4C hair, she officially broke her growth plateau and saw new length for the first time in over a decade. Just saying it again now gives me butterflies. Like, I feel like the proudest parent. My children. Now, let's move on to student number 2. Meet Dee. She's a newer natural who literally shaved off all of her hair. I mean, literally all gone. I'm talking buzz cut style. And had grown a cute little toit when we met. Her hair had been growing for about 9 months before we started working together, but she was concerned about her hair's ability to grow and the rate at which it was growing due to anemia and other vitamin deficiencies that she is facing. But just like with T, I taught Dee everything I knew about 4C hair growth and walked her step by step through the process in order to implement it into her own routine as well, until she not only understood it, but had mastered it and made it her own. Just like with T, it took her only 4 weeks to break her growth plateau and see new length. But what's even more exciting is that after 6 months, her hair had retained this much new length. Isn't that exciting? If that's not a cause for excitement and celebration, then I don't know what is. Y'all, we're all natural hair people. Like, if you ain't excited, I don't think I can get you excited, because this is what gets me excited. So I'm hot. Hot with all this excitement. Let me calm down. Okay, I went and got a little less hot. Still hot though. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but this task of helping 4C Naturals break through the mental barriers of believing that their hair, I don't mean their in like some like random, like abstract meaning. I mean their as in your, like the hair growing out of your head. The hair growing out of their head means the hair growing out of your head. You watching. You 4C Natural. Who's got these mental barriers you don't know about? Yeah. To help them believe that the specific hair growing out of their head alone will grow. Will. Not a can. Will grow with the right technique and guidance. That work of helping them transform into someone who actually believes is one of my favorite things to do in this life. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say it before y'all start believing me that I'm just a weirdo and this is what gets me hype. Yes, 4C Naturals growing their hair, breaking generational curses. That's me. I'm sure there are at least a few curious people who are outside of the natural hair community or outside of the 4C natural hair community who are watching and just thinking to themselves, surely it can't be this big a deal. It's just hair. But as all Black women know, the hell it is not. Please. I'm sorry you're lost, but no. It's not just hair. The transformation that occurred between the before and after photos of my students, not just my students, but mine as well. Any before and after photo you see of a 4C natural who grew her hair longer than is like socially precedented, at least in America, for Black women with 4C hair to be growing their hair. There's a transformation that occurs between these two photos that's more than just what you see in the length. It captures the transformation of an entire belief system, one that has been fortified for generations. It's also a transformation of confidence and pride and peace. My two students have a newfound peace, knowing that they are now forever free of product junkiism, trend FOMO, and hair growth hype, things that actively demolish hair growth journeys here on YouTube. Going strong, going hard in the paint for the last decade plus here on YouTube. Yeah, so the piece is real, y'all. And that's just one face of what's a shape made up of like infinite sides. And they can relax knowing that their hair will continue growing steadily toward their hair goal with time, because now they are in control. I want that for all of us. I want that for all of you. Every woman deserves to live in that freedom. Not just the ones with looser hair types, easier hair types, more understood hair types, more socially acceptable hair types. No, all of us, all the Black women, the 4C women. I'm so sorry. So 4C naturals, don't give up. Please do not give up, because I believe 100%, wholeheartedly, without a doubt, this is my serious face, y'all. I know I'm always laughing and joking. Right now, I'm 100% serious. There's no doubt in my mind that it can happen for you too. And it's my job to convince you of that. It's my job to tell you until you believe it. So we got work to do. If you're a 4C natural watching this and you can relate to the starting points or the stories of any of us in this video, either me or my two students, and you'd love to have my support to help you grow your hair specifically out of a growth plateau and towards your ultimate goal length, then check out the description box below this video for a link where you can apply to work with me. As of now, I only have a few spots to offer, and by few, I really mean a few. Like, we're talking count them on one hand, a few. So if you really do want this, make sure that you apply as soon as possible. Don't wait, because once they fill up, they're gonna be gone. If you don't see any link in the description box, that means that all of my spots have filled up, and so applications are currently closed as I'm working with other people. But don't get discouraged, because when I finish working with other people, I may open up applications again, so you can either check back on this video regularly, or you can email me and let me know that you're interested in working with me, but the spots are all filled up, and so I will put you on a wait list so that next time a spot opens up, I can contact you first so that you can get in. Thank you guys for your patience during this period where I am not posting. I still see your comments. I read them when I can. I heart them and I comment on them. And I'm still rooting for each and every one of you on your individual natural hair journeys. I may not be uploading to my natural hair YouTube channel, but as a 4C natural, as a Black woman, my life is still natural hair. Whether you see me on the internet or not, I'm still living, thinking, breathing 4C natural hair with all of you. So even if we're not interacting on YouTube through my videos or social media, because I'm not on social media like that while I'm dying in school, 4C naturals are my family, so I rejoice in your success. I can't wait to talk to you guys again soon, either on YouTube or elsewhere. Until then, be sure to hang on to your hair goals tight and never let them go, because your hair goals are valid. No matter how crazy or absurd or out of your genetics or out of your hair type or out of society and history and unprecedented they may be, your hair goals are valid. So don't let anyone try to take them from you or convince you otherwise. They will come true in time, as long as you don't give up. I believe in you. Mata ne!
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible. Yes, you can! Just do it!